The 100 Offers Challenge. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick Zach here.
And in today's video, we are going to give you one of the ultimate challenges you can have in wholesaling real estate. One that will lead to you to have wholesaling real estate success. And most importantly, everything you need to know on how you can get your first wholesaling real estate deal. Now, what I could tell you is this challenge just has one simple sentence and one simple goal. 100 offers in 100 days. Now, it seems easy, but I can tell you it is a gauntlet of a task to do. But if you're able to do it, it will lead you to wholesaling success.
Yeah, it just derives on the fact of you taking a ton of action. Because so many people, when it gets down to it, so many I talk to, you're just scared to write the contract. So a lot of you sit on the fence. I want you to understand, when you write a contract, sometimes people don't give you the full story up front. So if you identify a motivated house or a motivated seller or both together, which is a golden gift, sometimes you have to write an offer to induce responses out of people. Let me give you an example. Sometimes you write an offer, they don't make a decision on the spot, you leave it with them. The spouse picks up the offer and goes, "Hey, what's this offer about?" And then I've had so many deals where they go, "Why don't we just take this offer? Like a bird in hand's better than whatever they say with it." And a lot of times the offer shows like some intention and people will take you a little bit more seriously. Now, a lot of you are guilty about making verbal offers. We are talking about 100% written offers, because on average, if you find a motivated seller and you'll just put it in writing, it increases your odds at least 15 to 20% just by putting it in writing. Now, you can't make an offer on everything, but especially on your follow-ups where people are sitting on the bubble. And we want to teach you how to make those offers, how to use them, how to use trigger points to move forward with it. Guys, writing offers, a lot of times, like, people don't always believe you. So if you've qualified and gone through the lead, you've put the list together, and you're on the bubble with there, at worst case, write the offer, because it becomes a numbers game. Maybe they'll give you a call back and go, "Hey, does that offer still stand? Will you do this? Will you do that?" So many of you make verbal offers in your head. You don't realize you don't even really made a formal offer. And just by doing this challenge, it's going to force you to take action. And if you're scared to death to write a contract, let's just get through your first 20 or 30. Now, remember, writing a contract doesn't mean it gets accepted. It's just the action of you taking it move forward. You guys will admit, if you don't write a contract, you're never going to get a deal. And so many of you want to write the perfect contract and make sure you have 100% acceptance rate. That's not how this business works.
Exactly. And I think you're saying a bird in hand's better than two in a bush.
Yeah, I missed it.
But
it's my ADHD kicking
But
in.
I can tell everybody watching this, we're going to show you exactly the right lists, the right basically tactics, and the right schedule for you to get 100 offers in 100 days. Now, I can tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. This is not something we're going to cheat out or cheap out on. This is something where we do it. It's going to lead to wholesaling success. If you're not going to do it, that's fine. But this is something to strive for. And I always tell everybody right now, if you can go out here and focus on the top KPI we have in wholesaling real estate, which is not marketing, not how many cash buyers you can pull, not how many courses you've bought in. The one determining factor when I look at anybody in wholesaling real estate, all I have to do is ask you one question. How many offers have you made the past week or the past month? And unfortunately, there's a lot of beginners out here that will come to me and say they're struggling. And they say they're doing everything perfectly. But the real problem they have is they're not making enough offers. And that is always the KPI. And that is the KPI we're going to get you doing today. Get you making offers, because everybody knows offers equal money. And this is what we're doing on this channel. We help you make money. We help you become a champion in wholesaling real estate and help you become the best wholesaler you possibly can. So before I break it down, let's get into it. Do me a favor. Make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below your questions, and we're going to get going and show you how to dominate this challenge to have the best 2023 you could possibly have. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Jazz you up. Let's cue the music. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Oh, snap! We're ready to go. We're pumped up. Guys, we got Muhammad Ali behind us because we're here to do two things today, and two things we mostly only do on the channel. But we focus really hard on knocking out gurus with our content, obviously, not physically. I mean, it wouldn't be much of a fight. But honestly, we're here to knock them out with our amazing free content. And most importantly, we're here for you to knock out your competition so you can be as successful as possible in your wholesaling real estate business. So I'm excited. I'm jacked up. We're going to talk about the 100 offers challenge. This is going to be an insane challenge, but this is a worthwhile goal. I feel like if everybody watching this can do this challenge or strive for it, you'll become a better wholesaler. And I can tell you, if you strive for this challenge, even if you can't get 100, you get 50 offers in, I can tell you, you'll be closer to your goal of getting your first wholesaling deal than by not doing it. I promise everybody from that. That is the point of this challenge. The few are going to be doing it and become very successful, but there's going to be a wide array of people get their first deal just by doing it. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go. And we're going to share the 100 offers challenge. So this is it. We call it the 100 offers challenge. This is what we're doing. Patent pending, I can tell you that most likely a guru is going to take this, trademark it, do whatever they want with it, sell it for $5,000. I had one guy, they're selling a course on reverse trying for dollars right now. It just came up this week, kind of hilarious. But they used another name, they trademarked it. Now they're selling it for like $2,000. Everything we say, it gets reused, and then a guru will try to sell it to you.
It's all about marketing, man. It's all about packaging. And it's guys, just to let you know, there's nothing out there that hasn't already been done. It's just the truth. Now, how you get that information and organize it and who you trust, that is what you're taxed with. And means that going on here 6 days a week pretty much helps you navigate your decision. So we focus on wholesaling real estate. It's what we're best at. It's the only thing we'll ever talk with you on here.
Or real estate investing in general.
Well, real estate investing, but it's what we do. And then whenever you hear other people talking about all these other techniques and stuff they do, especially not real estate related, take note, guys. It's just a distraction. Maybe they're running out of material. Maybe they think they're boring. I don't know what it is. I don't know why you would talk about anything other than real estate on like a wholesaling channel. It blows me away. So
let's get into the challenge. Let's really break it all down. We're excited, but yeah, the reason I'm saying that is because every guru is going to repackage whatever we say. So this is literally, someone's going to sell $4,000 course on this. It's hilarious. So what I want to do is really just break this down and really bring the power of this challenge to you guys so you know exactly what to do. So it's pretty simple. It's a very simple challenge, and it's simple in the words, but in execution, it's difficult. So it's like me saying, hey, go run 10 miles a day for, 3 months straight. It's like, that's an easy thing to say. Doing it, on the other hand, is a lot more brutal, right?
Nightmare.
And so it seems simple saying it, and making it simple helps. But for most people out here, they're struggling. And it's because they're focusing on the wrong things, I think. So let's break this down. So it is one offer a day keeps the guru away. And that is basically the sentence you have to think about this challenge. One offer a day keeps the guru away, because gurus can't make money off of you if they're not selling you a package. And if you do an offer a day, you're going to become successful. And guess what? When we become successful, we don't have to pay gurus anymore. And that's the honest truth. So one offer a day keeps the guru away. One offer a day for 100 days will keep basically financial woes from you, I guess. But what I could tell you is just making one offer a day is going to help you out. And honestly, I've said this a million times, and I even said it today, but it's like, what's the most important key performance indicator? What's the biggest indicator of success for a wholesaler? And after someone that helps hundreds of thousands of people, we've both seen this. It all comes down to one important thing, is just making offers. And now offers comes down to a lot of things, right? Oh, I thought marketing was, I thought this, marketing is going to be the key. And we're going to explain why. But marketing is going to be where most of your time is going to be spent. Oh, I thought just this challenge, I thought I'm supposed to spend 95% of my time putting offers. You can't bring offers if you ain't getting marketing. But like, offers is going to be the biggest key performance indicator, KPI for your success. So if I talk to you guys and everyone says I'm struggling, like, how many offers you given? No offers. Well, let's go change that, right? And that's what we're going to help change today, right?
And to be honest with you guys, when we ask that question, it's number one, it's not to embarrass you. It's not to make you feel bad. I'm kind of like that uncle or that father, as Zach is too, that you're not paying us. So we have the luxury of just telling you the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. You know why I know when people are having problems? When I say, hey, how many offers did you write this week? And then you go into a monologue. You have to focus and just answer the question. I wrote 2 offers this week. Honestly, if it's 0, just tell us 0 and we'll address on how to attack it. But like when you guys go on these long monologues, it's hard to help because you're just wasting time. So if you want to get results, sometimes you have to get down to business, figure out what you're doing wrong and another way to attack it. The idea of the 100 offers over 100 days is to help you attack this problem. A lot of you guys are not writing offers. You make verbal, you want everything perfect. There comes a point in time where you do have to give offers and take somewhat of a chance. But the reality is, if you haven't made any offer and they haven't responded to you, you might as well take a shot at it. So I'm not talking about leaving contracts everywhere and just faxing them. And I don't know if people still fax. That's showing my age there.
Don't say fax.
But there's something about like physically writing an offer that is a mental thing. I mean, we haven't really talked about it a lot because we talk about everything that gets up to it. And we want to help you address on how to write the offers, take an action plan. But like, I got to tell you, if somebody calls me to buy one of my properties and just wants to talk to me about it, I'll tell them, put it in writing. You guys ever hear that? Put it in writing.
Yeah. Because you're who we would call a savvy investor, right?
I'm an annoying investor.
You're more of a savvy investor. You're going to be like, put it in writing, but you're not a motivated seller. No. If I hear that, I'm like, yeah, this guy's not motivated, right? Like, motivated sellers want to tell you their problem and they want to explain it to you so they can fix it.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to sell this house. You say put it right. That's how I know it's not a motivated seller, right? So that's just one thing to work on. But
we're talking about offers to motivated sellers. I'm not telling you to go on MLS and do what everybody else tells you to do out there. Just throw out a million offers. That's just going to wear you down. So
let's talk about this. So why is offer so important? Why are we talking about it today? It's really, honestly, one thing you got to think of, right? And it's one sentence. Why do we talk about offers? Why is it the most important part? Because you can't catch fish if you ain't fishing. That is the truth. Yeah. But like, isn't it? So everyone talks about catching fish, getting great deals, doing all these things. Here's the problem. Everyone's on the dock talking about catching fish, and none of y'all are catching fish. You're spending 4 hours rigging up the bait and going getting bait and rigging up the rod and making everything perfect and wrapping the ballyhoo. You're doing all the things outside of fishing, right? You're getting the perfect lure. You're researching who's going to catch more fish? The guy that's got the decent stuff out there and just goes after it, or the person that sits 5 hours a day researching everything perfectly?
Well, number one, the fish don't know what type of boat, lure, or like latest gadget product you get. They're just out there doing what they do in life, is eating. So if you look at the analogy of wholesaling to fishing, is some of you guys are going out, get the nicest lures, the nicest software, everything. At some point, you got to put the dang thing in the water and start trolling, start working the area to try to get a bite. Now, here's the really cool thing is you can narrow your areas down when something doesn't work in an area, but if you don't take any type of action, you're never going to get anywhere. So motivated sellers, like, you got to understand, they don't know how talented you are, how much experience you are. They want to know, will you help me out with this particular home? And I found this out when I first started. I thought I had to be the expert. I thought I'd be perfect. Thought I had to have lawyers review everything. No, they're like,
Yeah.
I remember them just telling me, I remember my first probably 5 deals, they begged me to give them an offer. I was scared to death to do it.
Well, here's the thing. Your motivated seller does not care how much money you spent on marketing this month. They don't care how many leads you've talked with. They don't care who's in your follow-up. They don't care about those things. They don't care what SMS text blasting company you used.
Yeah.
They don't care. They care. Can you give me a cash offer in the house? That's what they care about. Okay. And if you have a good partner, which is going to be your cash buyer, you should have no struggle with this, right? And so I think this is the biggest problem I think a lot of people have. And another analogy for people that don't like the fishing analogies, but like for basketball, think about this. You ain't going to score unless you're shooting shots, right? So yeah, that's great. You're putting up all these rebounds. That's awesome. But you ain't going to score any points by putting up rebounds all day. So if your goal is to score 20, 30 points and you're just, rebounding, like you ain't going to do it, right? Like I don't care.
Or taking one of those half court shots.
Yeah, that's the truth too. It's like you can take half court shots all day too. Oh, I'm shooting shots. I'm making offers. But if you're shooting from the half court line, that's stupid, right? It's like it's kind of like basketball. It's like, you have an open lane. Someone's there. Sometimes you just got to put a floater up. Like it's not perfect, right? Like you're not perfectly set, but you got the opportunity and you just got to shoot, right? The truth is, it's about making offers, but the quality is going to be important, but there's diminishing returns, right? Only making a shot if it's going to be a perfect layup. That's like, say we're in the NBA.
That's like school stuff.
But that's very hard. Like not every shot's an easy layup. Go watch Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, or like watch how they play basketball. They're covered very well. And like they got to take shots that are tough sometimes. And sometimes they get easy ones, but the truth is you're not going to score unless you're shooting. And guess how like shooting shots in basketball work. Sometimes you got to set it up, right? Sometimes it might take a little bit of time to set up the pick and roll and then get the perfect opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it takes some follow-up. Sometimes it takes some marketing, and then boom, the shot's there and you can take it, right? And so I think a lot of people out here are just, I'm just going to take half quarters all day. And if I take enough half quarters, I'm going to make it. I'm like, sure, right? Like that's true, but it's not the best chance, right? Like I could probably take 40 half quarters and might maybe not make it. And then the guy that's making a 3-pointer probably make a lot more, right? The truth is, make offers and mess up. And this is the thing I think everybody watching this needs to know. There is a yin and a yang about making a good offer versus bad offer, but like mess up. Every single person that's made offers starting out in wholesaling, they've messed up. I've messed up. You've messed up. We've all messed up.
Oh yeah.
But it is in that pursuit of making the offer that we get better at making offers. Guys, you guys see me do my live cold calling. Sometimes I'll mess up a word or something and I still get the deal. You know why? Because I'm real. Have you guys ever seen a guru live stream? And I was talking about it yesterday. It's kind of funny, but it's like they go, "Hey guys, this is Zach, and we're going to teach you guys today." And they got the weird eyebrow thing going. And like, it just like, it's ridiculous. And it's like reading off a teleprompter, it seems like, and it's all fake.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever seen a 4-year-old being talked to by like an uncle or a dad?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like their real voice.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guy, hey son, how are you today?
At least
it's like,
it's not dog voice.
Oh my!
You all know what I'm talking. You guys talk to your dogs really
not
funny.
Yeah, but no, it's just, but it's like, how are you doing? It's weird, right? And so what I could tell you is,
fake.
Don't do that. So when you're making offers,
Just
do it like you're talking to me, okay? And everybody in the comments can probably think, don't say it, but like you could think of a guru or two that like you just see like on an ad on Facebook or whatever. And it's like all the super fake, like not natural. It's like, and if you're like that with your sellers, you're not going to do well. But just doing regular things, you're going to do good. And one thing I can tell you is you ain't reading off a teleprompter when you're making your offers, okay? Like you're just having conversation and you will mess up. I still mess up. You still mess up. We all mess up, but we are human beings, and that is the truth. But the thing is, if you can make offers and mess up, you just get better at it. Now, don't like not practice. You should still practice, but if you're scared to make an offer because you're scared of what's going to happen, guys, go to freewholesaling.com. We show you what to say. You're going to be fine. Like your success is going to be guaranteed if you go out here and put in the work and make the offers every single day. day, but mess up, guys. Don't be scared to mess up. I show the stats. LeBron, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, their field goal percentage was, I think, 50%, below 50%. Like most of their shots never went in. Most of all the 3-pointers don't go in. Does that make them bad basketball players? No, right? Like if those guys, Muhammad Ali didn't win every single fight he did. It's like you ain't going to win them all. But over time, you get a bunch of wins. It's going to be
If
great.
you have more wins than losses, you win. That's how it works. And nobody bats 1,000 in this business. And if you do, you're doing it really wrong. Like it's just impossible. Even realtors, they have downtimes with listings and stuff like that. Completely different business. But I'm here to tell you is you got to go out and take an effort, because when you write a contract, one or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to create revenue and opportunity, or you're going to learn a lesson. Either way, they're both invaluable, because most of the failures I've had up through my 20 years has created the investor I am today. And without those failures, those trials, those tribulations, I would never appreciate the wins I have, and I wouldn't make progress. That's why my deals have gotten bigger and bigger every year. In the beginning, I mean, I took whatever came over the bow. I'm like, hey, listen, whatever. And now it's like, I know how to look at a deal. I know how to talk to people. It didn't happen overnight, guys. I started out trembling writing my first 5 contracts, terribly. Here's the difference is I knew I had to get through it to move forward and make progress.
Yeah, exactly.
Period.
So,
like you got to get through it. Everyone goes through it. Some just experience a little bit worse than others.
Yeah. So I can tell you right now, guys, make offers and mess up. Even a terrible basketball player, and you probably got some in your family that like playing basketball, but they're absolutely trash, right? Even if you give them a ball and tell them to make a 3-pointer, I'm telling you, if you sit there for 2 hours, they're going to make at least one. Like they're going to make at least one. All right.
Every blind squirrel gets a nut.
Yeah. So it's like even that. And I'm telling you, if you watch wholesaling.com, you talk to us, like you're not going to be a like you'll be a average or below average wholesaler if you're starting out. But like, think about it. If you know how to shoot a basketball and you're not good at it, but you shoot enough, one's going to go in. And for some people, it's just that one deal that changes everything.
Yeah.
It's one deal away from changing your entire life. So it's like, just go after it. And the point is, so the big question is like, how do I get these deals? How do I make offers? How do I do 100 offers in a day? How do I do this? Do I focus on the offer only? Like, what would I do? You just got to focus on one thing on this challenge. And this is the method we call the upward spiral. So everybody knows what a downward spiral is, right? And so let's talk about the downward spirals, right? You know, you lose your job, you start doing bad things, and then you get kicked out of your rental or whatever, and then just things get worse and worse and worse, right?
They always say they happen in threes, right?
Yeah.
If you subscribe to that, you'll have 3 bad things happen when you do it. It's just because you've placed it in your brain, in your thought process.
Yeah, and honestly, what I could tell you is the upward spiral is real. And so everyone knows about the downward spiral, but there is such a thing called an upward spiral. And it's sort of like momentum, you know, and the downward spiral is a absolute 100% true thing. There's more downward spirals than upward spirals, I'll tell you that. And I've seen it firsthand with people, right? But there's also upward spirals. And all you have to do is just get in line and start doing it. And the upward spiral will happen and then the downward spiral will happen. I'll tell you this. If you want to start getting up and being happier in life, a lot of things around you is going to start changing. Let's talk about life in general. You start waking up and you start thinking about how grateful you are to actually be breathing right now. And someone probably didn't wake up this morning. Ooh, changes your mindset a lot. You start getting a little more happier. You start smiling more. Like things just start getting better. And the thing is with an upward spiral, it works in business the same exact way. How does it work? So let's do this. You start marketing more. When you start marketing more, you start doing SMS more, cold calling, direct mail, whatever you do, it's going to produce more leads. And because you have more leads, it's going to produce to you being able to get more offers. And when you give a lot more offers, you're going to produce a lot more contracts. And a lot of those contracts are going to produce more buyers to buy them. And those are going to produce more signed assignments. And that means you're going to equal more cash in your pocket, more checks. So the upward spiral really comes down to if I market more, I'm going to produce more cash. But if you don't market, you're not going to have leads. And if you don't have leads, you're not going to produce offers. And if you don't have offers, you ain't going to know contracts. You ain't going to do any of these things. So just understand the upward spiral works very well in wholesaling real estate. You can't start the upward spiral by making random offers if you don't have any leads, right? You have to start from the top and start building that momentum up. And so it all starts, obviously the offers is the goal, right? And it'll lead to the contracts, but we really want to focus really hard right now on the marketing, because the marketing is what's going to produce all the good stuff that we're focusing on, right? And that is our point today. That is what we're breaking down, and that is what we're sharing with everybody watching this. And so the question here, and the question we're going to talk about right now is, this is the biggest one we get, but like, Zach, what are the top methods for making 100 offers in 100 days? Now, there's a lot of them, but really these methods, it's not about following up. It's not about the way you make the offer. The only thing we can really focus you on is the marketing, right? And once you make the marketing at freewholesaling.com, you got everything kind of producing for you. You know what to do. So let's break it down. The top method, I would say, if you want to make 100 offers in 100 days, and I've said this a million times, but it's true, direct mail is probably going to be the easiest one. And for most people, like, if direct mail is probably not in your budget, so don't do it. But for the people that are like having a decent business, they're making $50K a year, 60, 100, they want to start scaling up, this 100 offers a day thing is going to be really important. So if you want to do direct mail, just go to mailingmastery.com. That's our direct mail course. It's free, and we just show you how to do direct mail. And if you're going to do that, I'd probably use that. But just go to mailingmastery.com if you want to do that. For most people, though, regular postcards aren't their thing. But guess what you can do? That's not practically free, but it's like $40-$50 a month. Just do probate letters. And if you go to freewholesaling.com, shocker, we have a free letter template. You just download it, print it out, and then just you can do I don't know if you can do a mail merge with that one. I think you show in that video how to do the mail merge on it, but like
it's pretty straightforward. It's
pretty simple
template letter.
Send direct mail with probates. It'll do very well. The next one here is just massive cold calling. Did I say small cold calling?
You said massive.
Massive. A lot of cold calling, guys and gals. I'm telling you, you have to do some massive cold calling. The truth is, if you do not call your motivated sellers, they're not going to know that you're looking to buy for cash. And that is not going to lead you to getting a lot of good deals. Like I tell everybody watching this right now, in wholesaling real estate, if you're going out here and not talking to as many sellers as you can, you're screwing up your cold calling, right? So what I can tell you right now is just do some massive cold calling. The more sellers you can talk to, the better. And really, massive cold calling is going to lead to more leads, and more leads makes more offers. Next one here is if you want the best bang for your buck, reverse drawing for dollars. You can get it going really fast, okay? But I could tell everybody, all right, in wholesaling real estate, if you actually want to go out here and really get the best bang for your buck, reverse drawing for dollars and drawing for dollars, okay? And if you are not doing this method and you want to increase your offers, it's going to be very important. So what you can tell everybody watching this, reverse D for D and drawing for dollars, it's going to lead to your success. So do that. On top of that too, I'm telling you, SMS text blasting, it's super important. For a lot of people out here doing regular cold calling and things like that, that if you are not doing SMS text blasting, it's just going to be another source of getting leads. And so what I can tell everybody is do some SMS text blasting if you are not. It is a paid marketing source, which you should do at freewholesaling.com. We don't charge for the information because the information should be free. So add SMS text blasting in there. It's just another thing you can do for you to get a lot of great deals. So that's what I could tell you. So the next one here is government list outreach, right? Government lists are really important.
I mean, guys, the really cool thing that people often underestimate with government list is you're getting it direct from the source. So you're highly confident where the lead's coming from. If you use anything outside of that, you better make sure you get it from a reputable resource that has a reliability factor and it has positive results. So many times over my 20 years, I've tried other like list sources. I've tried, hey, this guy or this gal is going to get me free, or this VA is going to get me this. And here's the problem is a lot of you get sucked into like a free list. the problem with that is, okay, the list is free, but if you have to skip trace it and you got to spend 10, 15 hours cold calling and you find out it's a bad list, was it really free? It cost you a fortune. So I learned the hard way. I only get data from the most reliable sources. Getting it from government list guarantees you got it from the source. And that's the best place because all information is eventually pulled from county records or something like that. So when you rely on a third party to pull that information, you better make sure it's a highly reputable, stable company and you can get the information, because the cost of running data for skip tracing and all those cold calls stuff you got to do, or God forbid you do a mailer and it's not the right list, it is going to destroy you for the entire month. I've been there. I've tried it. Cheaper isn't always better when it comes to data. You got to get the most up-to-date, most reliable. And that's why I leave it to the professionals. Now, you guys are on a budget, want to get free, go get the government list direct. It is the best way. And that's why me and Zach hark on it, because you really can't get run under the bus by this. No one can take advantage of you. If you get that information and you can overcome their objections to get the materials, then you know you have good information. And it does something to your confidence level. Like, I know I can pursue this list. Even though it's only 1,000 people, I know this list is good. I can't tell you how many lists I got for free. I go, man, I just wasted so much time and money. Just because it's a free list doesn't mean anything. And that's why government lists are our favorite. And honestly, wherever there's smoke, there's fire. And that's the best place to find the most motivated sellers.
Yeah, I can tell you guys straight up, in wholesaling real estate, if you're going out here and pulling the government lists, code violations, water shutoffs, fire damage properties, tax delinquencies, liens, all those amazing lists, you will be further along than somebody that doesn't. So you can't buy this list. You have to earn it by actually getting it. It's a very important list. Now, the next one, and this is a very interesting one. This is not going to be as important as the other ones, but you can do Zillow for sale by owners if it's your own local market. You can buy probably 20 offers. They're not going to be as high quality, though. These are going to be kind of deep threes. You know, you got to get really good deals. Use the method in the MAO formula we have at freewholesaling.com. FSBOs work. You give offers very fast, but I'd rather you make offers on more high quality ones to get more deals. Now, the last one is, we're not a fan of doing MLS wholesaling, but if you are doing it, I would tell you at minimum you need to make 15 offers a day on the MLS if you're going to do it.
Yeah,
they're calls, cold, and that's on the light side. So if you want to do it, you can do it, but you got to make at least 15 offers on it. But truthfully, guys, the point of this video today, the point of this challenge is to get your butt out of bed and make offers to your sellers. That is going to lead to your success. So that is our 100 offers challenge. I want everybody to give me an update. I want to hear everybody talking about it. And I want to hear how many offers you're giving. Because that's going to be a big question we're going to be asking the next 100 days is how many offers have you been making? And that's really important. So let's answer some questions. Let's help the people out. One thing I wanted to talk about with Raina. I could tell Raina is new to the channel because she's saying this. Raina says, Zach, why do you choose only people who make over 100K to JV with, but you provide all this free information? So she's got what we have wrong. All right. So we'll JV with anybody and everybody. But if you want to be a partner with us where you have cash buyers and we can send some deals to you for you to help sell it with us, you have to make over 100K. Okay. And so if you want to send us your deals, you can make $0. We don't care. We're going to make you rich. We've helped a lot of people get their first deal with us, right? $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 JV deals. But there are some weird markets right now that our team's just not struggling, but like it's just a lot harder to do, right? So if I have a weird market like Cheyenne, Wyoming, our VAs would probably take 5, 6, 7 days to sell that deal. And if I have 50 deals sent me in the week and I only have 40 VAs, I'm going to have 10 overflow. And I'd rather give it to the guy in Dallas and he can just sell it in 5 seconds. And then, you know, I can get a quarter of the deal and then he can get a quarter of the deal and the person who brought the contract get half of it. So when I talk about JV partners, if we bring you the deal with the person that sent us the deal and like, hey, you're the man in Miami, get this thing sold because they make like $400K a year in Miami. They have the best buyers list. Boom, it gets sold really quick. And obviously our dispo team, we like to get half of it because that's more money for us. But there's some specific instances in markets where you get sent too many deals where it's like, I don't want to train 10 more VAs this week. We're going to slowly do it. We're just going to have JV partners where we'll just send you like 2 or 3 deals a month. and then you can close it for us and with them, and then you'll be a partner with us, right? Now, for you to do that, I'm not going to send you any deals unless you made over 100K in that market, right? Now, if you want to send us deals, it doesn't matter. So, Raina, I think you got that confused. So we shut down the JVs for the week because we're implementing more systems. So I want everybody to understand this, so Raina is new. All right. So that's what I thought. All right. So Raina, you should understand, we let anybody and everybody JV with us. We have a dispositions team in our company. But the problem is our following has grown so much because we keep knocking out gurus that we're getting more deals sent to us than we can handle sometimes.
Yeah.
And so for us to build the systems out and train them and making it as quality as possible, I don't want to give a bad dispositions process for you guys on the JV. So if I have somebody, so for example, I was talking to one guy, I think he did $500,000 in Arkansas. Okay. He has this this market in Arkansas done very well. So if I have a deal in Arkansas, guess what? Boom, boom, boom. I can just send it to him. If I can't have the VAs to spend a week doing it from there. Obviously, we're building up the systems, and I'll probably keep the partners. I probably want to send them a couple deals just to do it. But guys, I've already told you on this channel, we have one really big goal for our own company. And this is just for us to do 100 JV deals a month. I'm going to consistently do 100 JV deals a month because I can say it. I've done 1,000 wholesaling real estate deals. I want to, by in the next couple of years, be able to do 1,000 wholesaling deals in a year. That's pretty cool, if I am currently 23 years old, and if I'm able to do 1,000 a year and scale that up, I want to, by the end of my life, by the time I'm dead, do 100,000 wholesaling deals. That's pretty cool. That's a lifetime goal. But if I can go from doing 1,000 deals to a year to 2,000 a year to 3,000 a year and just scale up the JVs that we're doing, because that's going to be the fastest way for me to do 1,000 JV deals. I love how Beta till Alpha says impossible. I embrace that. I love to hear that. That makes me very happy. I love it, right? I love it when someone says I can't do it, because guys, we're doing a lot of deals per month right now.
Yeah.
And going from what we're doing right now to 100 is actually not that difficult, but it's going to take some time to do it, obviously. And so he's saying 250,000 homes get wholesaled during the bull market. That's probably a year. And if I'm only doing 2,000 of those and I live for 70 more years, that's 140,000. So pretty easy, Beta to Alpha. So if 250,000 homes are getting wholesaled a year, I can easily get 10% of those. Okay. So 100,000 deals are actually pretty easy. Okay. Out of 6, bro, you don't understand this, man. I've done over 1,000 deals and I know wholesalers doing 100 deals a month right now. And so that's 1,000. And so honestly, think about this. If I get to the goal of doing 1,000, think about this. All right. If I'm able to do 1,000 deals, so if I'm dead at 100, hopefully, minus 23, that's 77,000 deals on top of my 1,000 I've already done. So that's 78,000. All I have to do is pop it up a little more. And that's it. And so that is the goal, man. I love it when people say I can't do things, because it pumps me up even more.
And guys, when we first started the JV process way back when, like me and Zach on our own team, we did everything, and we did a lot of deals. But the problem is there's only so much that we can do with our team. And as we grow, this? Yeah.
So you're lucky to do 30 deals this year.
Oh, beta to alpha.
That's called.
Yeah, I've been doing this over 20 years.
That's called the nice January for Zach and Rick. Okay, dude, are you kidding me? 30? I got sent 40. What is it? Checks from people today. Not today, but this month. 30? Are you kidding me? You don't think I did 30 this month? Holy Beta to Alpha. All right, before I block you, let's do a challenge. All right, Beta. I want you to email me your full name and number. We'll privately do it. And I want to record a Zoom with you, Beta to Alpha. I want your full name. Let's do this. You show me how many deals you've done this month, and I'll show you how many deals I did this month. I'll show you all the HUDs. We will record the entire thing and I'll post it on my channel. But here's the thing. If you aren't able to do it, you are going to get attacked pretty hard. And honestly, though, if you don't think I did 30 this month, that's kind of sad.
Beto, I just started this business yesterday. I have no idea what I'm doing. I do 21 years. He's been doing it 6.
All right, let's just stop at the troll.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
I think it's just hysterical. But guys, if we didn't have haters, we didn't have gurus, we probably wouldn't be here. So I'm okay. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, but usually it's a reflection of their inadequacy. So it is what it is. So the reality of the 100K JV partners, we're looking for very highly qualified people that love wholesaling like we do and want to work together. And the idea is really to get you guys the benefit, because the more deals we can do together. And by the way, I don't have a course or requirement you to pay me to do this. We're the only ones available that do that. Everybody else says, hey, unless you're a student, unless you pay this fee, you can't participate. I think that's ridiculous. Now, we can ask for the best deals, and I'm not going to waste time, and we're going to tell you if it doesn't work. But this requires money, it requires time, and we learned a lot of lessons in 2022. What deals work, who's the best at helping moving them. So we're trying to create a culture where we can work together without having these ridiculous guru fees and obstacles, because my favorite is a guru will tell you, I had to put a filter. I got so popular on the internet, I had to put a filter, and my filter is 5, 7, 10,000 or whatever it is. I'm like, okay, so for 5 or 7 grand, you'll sell your time. That's really cool. Now I know that upfront about you. Now we know what we're dealing with. I don't do that. I'd rather teach the masses and help people out, because the reality is, if 100 people take free wholesaling today, they take action in 1 month, they move forward. The reality is 5 to 7 will actually write contracts and move forward with it. The other people will dream about it. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not here to take everybody's money and do this fool's gold over your eye. So the ones that want to take action, me and Zach want to help. Having the 100K partners helps us move your deal. So if you're new in a market, we understand which markets move, the populations, and we're adapting as we move forward. And the more we can help and service you guys, the better win it is for everybody.
I agree. So we haven't hit 30 by the 19th still. By the 30th, we'll be easily at 30. But as of today, we are not at the 30. We have 30 in the pipeline, obviously, but we are not at 30 right now. We're close, because that would mean we'd be doing 40, 45 deals a month. We're not there yet. We're working on it. But you got to remember, average deal is 25 grand, right? So we're working on this. So if I'm able to scale up, and honestly, I think I probably got to triple the amount of deals we're doing. If I do JV deals, they're easy, but 100 a month would produce us, if we're making at least 12K on those deals, 1.2 million a month times 12, that's 14 million a year. That's not bad. That's our goal, right? That's what we want to do. So the secret's out. I want everybody to know. So everyone says this, Zach, why do you give free content? Why do all this stuff? We didn't start this channel by doing this, but this is what we ultimately come up with. What's the fastest way for me to make, 10, 15, $20 million a year? Is it by marketing more in my local market? Or is it by me teaching people how to wholesale houses, and then they can send me some deals that they can't sell, or some deals that they get by accident or whatever, and then we can JV with them? And then I just help the entire industry. That's the point, guys. So this is the secret. The secret's out with us, okay? I've already told you, all right? We did a little beta program with our JVs. We're JVing. We did well. We helped a lot of people get the first deal, but I wanted to scale it. And that's what we're doing. So by next week, you guys should have a portal where you can send all your JV deals. You'll probably have to sign to some disclosures, making sure you don't screw us. But you'll have the one thing that nobody has ever had on a JV deal, okay? A reputation on the line. That means for every JV deal I do, my reputation is on the line. Your reputation is on the line.
Correct.
And the one thing that I have honored more than anything is not money. It is what I think is right. And so if you're able to JV with a person that you know has a great reputation, that's what it's all about. And so it's not a partnership for your entire business, right? It's for one deal. And so what I can tell everybody watching this right now is that is our goal. We want to teach you wholesaling real estate for free, help hundreds of thousands of wholesalers teach it for free. And guys might send us some deals, and it's able to get me 100 deals a month. And then, hey, maybe we can scale up even more. And by the time I'm dead, do 100,000 wholesaling deals. That's a pretty fun goal. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I get people, coaches, YouTubers ask me, Zach, when are you going to leave wholesaling and start doing financial stuff? And I'm like, what? Where do you? I'm a wholesaler. That's who I am. All right. That's it. Okay.
I've never laughed. And the funny thing is about most teachers and coaches, they all migrate. Oh, I'm going to start a wholesaling, but God, do I hate this. I'm going to go over and teach this, and I'm going to teach that, or I'm going to teach it so I don't actually have to do it. I'm one of these crazy people that actually enjoys it. So how this channel got to this point is somewhere that let's just provide more value than anyone else is the most abused word in this business, because people equate value as you have to pay a certain fee to get it. There's a lot of stuff that if you do it right in life, not everything is related to money. Don't get me wrong. I understand money. But so we go out and teach as many people as possible. If I put a $5,000 course label or $7,000 and go, hey, I have a filter I have to use, then I can only touch so many of you. And then we have to go through these secret doors, and there's constantly, and then guys, I'm not going to go in grave detail, but I can't tell you how many wholesaling companies, coaches, gurus have come and gone in the last 7 to 10 years. It's unbelievable. And you all bought into it's going to be evergreen. You have a lifetime membership. Guys, those are all sales tactics, because most of these companies, I'm not going to give names, they're not even relative anymore. And they were the greatest sliced thing. Guys, I've been doing this 21 years. I'm not going anywhere. My Ginn name means a lot to me. And I'm all for people who will teach this business with ethics and actually does it. The reality is most people don't. So we created a platform where there's no barrier to entry. Everyone says, hey, you're crazy what you're doing. All you're going to do is get toxic people that just want to suck information from you. That's right. Honestly, I don't think everybody's toxic. There's a few, but for the most part, we help out. We provide tremendous value, teach you how to do it. Toxic. And then you get people come back, man, how can I do business with you? Like we have people begging us all the time to pay us. And you know what? I'm not for sale. He's not for sale. We're the only guys on the internet are literally not for sale. Why is that? You got to ask yourself that question and go, because we have a long-term project. The idea is do as many deals as we can across the country and work with people. And if we teach you a basic skill set that frees you financially and gives you all the financial freedom, you get all your time, you're going to beg to do deals with us. And it's never a requirement. And the minute I put up this shield, I go, listen, $10,000 before you can even talk to me and Zach, then I got to sell my time. I'm going to trade it for money. And I tell you guys, I'm totally against that because it never works in the long run doing that. What will happen is you get some sort of senior student, right? And you get a couple hundred people on a Zoom and you guys are like, oh my God, this is the coaching. This is not coaching. This is crazy.
So yeah, we ended the gurus. The truth is we've looked at the guru path. What's better for us? Because we're legit wholesalers, right? Is it worth it for me to charge somebody $5,000 to do a Zoom with them every week, which is an hour of my time? So let's do the math here. $5,000 average guru course, I guess, divided by 52. That's $96 a week, right?
Yeah.
Is it worth for me to do a 1 hour Zoom for not? Am I worth $96 an hour?
But Zach, it's evergreen. It's forever until I sell the company and I give it to someone else. And
what is that? 200 grand a year? Like I ain't worth that. I'm worth a lot more than that. So first of all, I said that's not worth it for me. 5,000. That's stupid for a year. That's what? $600 a month. What if somebody sends me a JV deal? It's a $10,000 deal. We split it. I make $5,000, and I literally had my VAs work on it and my dispo team. I made $5,000 in a day, and then I don't have to go do a Zoom with you every single week. I call me greedy, but I can't do 50 hours a week of Zooms. I have a life outside of this. If I'm maybe able to increase my wholesaling business by a lot, that's the point, guys. And so
I've had a sneak peek into the guru world. I sold products for a while, but I only sold marketing products because I didn't believe in the giving up all your time. And I'm going to tell you something that's going to be a little bit shocking when I say this is, number one, I've never met a guru that doesn't burn out or leave the business because they feel the expectations are too high and they can't deliver. Not my words. These I've sat in master, whatever you want to call them, masterminds or whatever. Number two, I've never truly met a guru that in wholesaling that was truly happy with what they're doing. Because when you have a 95% failure rate, it's hard. It's hard, guys. We've created this product with this crazy coaching, and now we have coaches for the coach of the coach of the coach. There's not a day I open up any type of internet browser, I don't get pitched to sell something. And you know what they all say? Regardless of your experience, you can make $300,000 a year coaching anything that you think you're somewhat good at. And that's the problem with what's going on. So if it's not going to make you happy, it's not going to make you fulfilled, and you're not going to sustain the business, the only reason you would do something like that is going to be a money grab. I'm not saying everyone does it, but for the most part, that's what it winds up being, because your time gets so allotted by doing coaching calls. And for the most part, 90 to 95% of those coaching calls, they're never going to do anything. And to me, that's uninspiring, and I cannot keep energy going that. So I want to go on here for hundreds of thousands of people and find the 5 to 10% that just want to knock it out of the park. And I want to teach them how to do the business. And then I want to find a way to partner up with them.
Just think about this, and then we'll do some Q&A. But think about this for a second. This is the way we look at it, right? I like to think I kind of looked at it the right way, but whatever. The average guru industry for wholesaling, let's call it, maybe the top guru makes $1 million, $2 million a year in coaching revenue, which is kind of a joke because you're not wholesaling at that point.
It's a job.
And say there's 4 of them, times that by 4. That's what, $50 million a year in coaching revenue that all wholesaling coaches make, which is honestly not a lot of money for all of them. You think of how many deals get done in this country. So let's say he'll use that example. That's stupid, but 250,000 wholesaling deals, and the average deal is 10 grand, right? That means the actual assignment industry, so the actual wholesaling industry, if you really want to do a stupid analysis of it, it's going to be what? Let's do 250, which I think it's a lot more than that. Let's do that times 10,000. That is going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. $2.5 billion. So there's 2.5 at minimum. There's $2.5 billion of wholesaling assignment fees, and then there's $50 million in coaching revenue. Which one do you think is more lucrative to go after? The assignment fees, $2.5 billion, or the $50 million? Guys, the coaching industry versus the wholesaling industry is, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, divided by. I don't know how many zeros that is. That's a lot. All right. 1, 2, 3. Is roughly, I think, 0.1% of the actual wholesaling assignment fee. So if you look at it like that, I'm going after the 2.5 billion. I want to cut of that. I want to cut of that 2.5 billion. All right. And that's where I can make, that's how you can get very, very rich. That's how you can become a wholesaling billionaire. Why do you think OfferPad is worth $1 billion? They basically wholesale to a point. Why are they worth $1 billion? Because that's where the money's at. There's no gurus out here on the S&P 500. All right. There ain't no gurus out here doing that, right? You can't sell a guru business. You can sell an OfferPad type thing, but like, you got to think it like this. Okay. So go after the actual money in the assignments, not that. So guys, let's break this down and let's answer some questions, see what we can do. But guys, I'm telling you, let's get it. Mayor says, when you guys have a bad dream, do you think of gurus? No, I'm in the gurus' dreams. All right.
We're the biggest nightmare. But here's the thing, guys. We just tell the truth. Do you know me and Zach there's a few others, but for the most part, no one's ever stuck up for the wholesaling community on the consumer side. And you all get fed all this crap. There's no other word. And you buy into it. The problem is you guys have been buying in it over 20 years. Something's got to change. So have you ever noticed, so I noticed somebody on here, somebody said they're going to a investor event.
You want to pop? Okay.
Right down there.
There you go.
So it says, Alondra says, I'm attending an investor meeting this Saturday. What are some tips to stand out in the investor and leave impact? So hopefully you're going to a RIA meeting, which is a real estate investor association in your area, or you're going to an organic mastermind. If you're doing that, you're in great shape. And the key is, Alejandro, when you go there is you need to provide as much value, if not more, than the people that are going to give to you. But if you're going to a pep rally, and if you go, Rick, what's a pep rally? If you're going to any type of free event or under $200 and there's at least 6 to 10 plus speakers, you're going to a pitch fest. And there's one rule in every pitch fest. You can't ask quality questions. You'll get 1 or 2 questions they'll tell you they'll see at the end. They can't, because the sales pitch is set up where there's an objection and you challenge it and kind of fact find it. Mm-hmm. You're going to be escorted out of there. I've been escorted out of more events than anybody else, because once you understand the business, you know a lot of the stuff they're telling you is just 100% wrong. It's bad information, but you guys are buying it because it sounds like it's going to fix your problem. The reality is, once you pay most of these gurus for the wholesaling space, your problems just start. You're not going to have the money for the marketing. And then my favorite is like, you need $3 to $5 grand a month in marketing. Yeah, I can make a hero out of anyone who's going to spend that kind of money. That is nothing the guru is doing for you. Me and Zach give you every alternative to do it and get rid of your $5,000 and $10,000 fee. Why? Because I don't believe in a filter. I don't care. And you know what? If I add value and I help enough people out, I know the money is there. And so I'd rather prove my value to you by just giving it to you, a crazy concept, because I trust in the process. If I provide value, you guys are going to go, hey, listen, I got to work with these guys. This is incredible. And that's why we do what we do. To me, coaching for wholesaling, I'm only talking the wholesaling space, it's a short-term play. Let me take the money and run. They'll be gone just like every other company. They come and go. You guys see them all the time. I'm not going to use names. Just go ahead and research. There used to be the biggest company in wholesaling. They were gone. It was Evergreen. It was Lifetime. They had like 10 of the most quality people in there, gone. And most of the people aren't even doing the business anymore. Why? Did you burn out? Did you take too much money from people and didn't deliver what you promised? And that's the problem with our business. So I'm here to stay. Been here 21 years. I ain't going to go anywhere. And by me not doing the short-term play of taking the coaching money, we have completely flipped the industry upside down. Also, guys, I want you to understand, free is being thrown a lot around in data and other sources. If you're going to make something free, make it free. The reality is, most of the free stuff you get, they're pitching something eventually to you. Not that there's a problem with it. That's everyone's right. But understanding, a lot of times you're leveraging free. Like, there's nothing worse than using a piece of software. Someone say, hey, it's free. And then you got to go on there and like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't use that feature. You have to pay the upgrade. Or if they have a paid version, like, why would you do a free one? Why? Because they try to get instant growth, and then they try to monetize that instant growth. And a lot of you guys just go, well, it's free. How bad can it be? I've already told you the downside of it. So be aware of what's going on. Me and Zach are the voice of wholesaling. And I'll tell you when I think someone's doing a great job, but I'll also tell you when I think someone's taking advantage of people. And for that reason, we're the only ones who stand up. Why? We are not aligned with any of these like master groups.
I agree.
You take my customers, you take my customers. I have nothing to sell, so I'm not attractive to them. So we get the trust factor over most other people in this business. And that's what you've got to understand with us.
So, yep, that's it, guys. So, all right, cool. And so, yeah, the gurus actually, they're trying to charge me for rent right now. I think their lawyers are talking to me because I live in their head.
Well, yeah.
And so they're trying to charge me rent, but whatever. All right. So let's answer some questions here again. But one last thing before we answer some more questions, I want everybody to know, here's the link. So if you do want to be a JV partner, if you make over 100K and you want us to send you deals, next week, if you have a deal, you can just JV with us. But if you want, just go here. There's a Google Docs form. You just fill it out. Pretty simple, but yeah, we like to vet the people that we're dealing with. So it's pretty simple, actually. If you go here,
people always ask, hey, how can I do business with you? I'm like, we're giving you an outlet right now.
You put your name, put your phone number, how much you made in assignment fees. You have to upload 100K in HUDs. We got actually a lot of people doing that. And then you basically go from there. Just do that if you want to be a partner. And yeah, we can send some deals to you. So anyone in any market, go do it. I could tell you, first come, first serve. And we make it exclusive for your market. So I had one guy in Dallas, I think he did $500,000. And apparently he said he's got all the buyers. We're going to get proof from him and everything. But he'd be the only Dallas guy we're going to work with on this, right? So it's first come, first serve. So if you're in the San Diego, San Francisco, LA market, if you're in Phoenix, first guy or gal that can prove they're really good there and have the buyers, we'll make you the JV partner there. And then we're going to open up the floodgates on the deals, and we'll get to 100 deals a month. So let's answer some more questions here. Bluegrass is the biggest challenge I've ever seen, Rick and Zach. Yeah, it's a big one, but it's worth it. Venus says, love the pick. Appreciate that. One thing I love about Muhammad Ali, which is something that we have a big value here on this channel, is Muhammad Ali was one of the best boxers, but he also stood up to what he believed in, and he was huge on that, right?
The man did not waver. And the one thing you got to understand, like that was at a time where it was really challenging to say like what you believe. You wind up in jail, like all sorts of things. And, you know, a lot's changed since then, but I will tell you, me and Zach aren't going to waver. Like we've been offered every temptation by every guru group. We've been offered like, hey, listen, if you go with us, we'll make everything so easy for you. No, we're good. We're good. We stand on our own. We are going a different path. I'm not going on the path 20 years ago it's been forged. Guys, things change over time. The way you receive information and technology has completely changed. The idea of providing value and giving people the opportunity to earn money without me collecting a dime it should be breathtaking for you.
Exactly.
And the thing is, I didn't start out and go, listen, I need a JV partner to make never attack. All we've done for the last 3 years now is provide value and information. I've never, ever, no one's ever had to worry about on these live, like getting hammered with an offer.
Exactly. So next one here, another morning drawing for dollars and watching the live. I love it. Thanks guys. 5K Wholesale Gurus. No big deal. Floyd, yes, Floyd's undefeated, but he had the perfect matchups in the beginning. His dad did. Yeah. So to make him perfect, if he fought a champion when he first started, it'd be different. So
he's good, but
he's good. Shaq made a 3-pointer once. It's true.
I gotta see that.
Miranda says, teach us how to do it. Then we send you deals. That's what we do. What's your buy box? We don't have a buy box. We wholesale. So if it's a deal, that is my buy box. Then Angela said, I paid $8K, had no help. Had to go find my own help and had people in the guru group try to take deals from me and other it happens all the time, guys.
Okay.
So
and that's the problem is, I swear we should just like do a poll sometime. I don't even know how, like you can figure out how to do it. Is if anybody ever took a guru course, I already know what the numbers are just based on my personal experiences and everyone I've dealt with in this industry. And if you took 10 people that hired a guru, 7 are probably just going to not be happy. And 9 times out of 10, the guru is going to blame the student, and then the student blames the guru. And the reality is you're both at fault because number one, you bought like the pipe of dreams that was never going to happen. And they sold you a marketing thing that it was, you ever hear the word irresistible temptation? I had to say, I'm going to make you an offer you can't say no to. And that's the reality. It's like, but if you guys ask questions and stuff, I promise you they would never take it. I once got pitched for a major mastermind and found out that I was a mark because if they referred them, they got another free year. It was an ungodly amount. I'm just like, and then I asked, ready? Here's how I got kicked out. I asked, what is the renewal rate for your members? And all I got was like some BS stat. I said, give me for the last 5 years. Well, we can't share that information. Okay. Have a nice day.
So, yeah. So I think I'm going to do the Saul Goodman class action lawsuit. If you've ever bought a guru course and you got scammed by a broke wholesaling guru, call me today and we'll do a class action lawsuit.
We just want to give you options, guys. Options.
That'd be 4,000 people suing. It'd be the best.
It would be. Shoot, it could be.
We're probably winning court, but I don't get into this. But it'd be funny. It ain't the fight for me right now. But
guys, just give stuff away free. Help people out, and if you're good as you say you are, you should have more money than you ever dreamed.
You should JV more deals with your people watching you. Than if you're a good wholesaler. Problem is, all these people don't have any. They actually don't wholesale. And so, like I said, the downward spiral. Last thing, we're getting some more stuff, but like they start coaching, and so they have no time to do wholesaling anymore. So they stop wholesaling, and now they can only coach. It's a mess.
It's hard. It's hard to do both. I'm telling you. So
yeah. So let's do this. Let's do some one-on-ones right now and help the people out. So how do you hop on the one-on-ones and talk to us, guys? I do it once every single live to just show you how to do it. Just go here to Wholesaling Houses for Real, so our Facebook group. Click here. Boom, boom, boom. StreamYard. It's right there, pinned on the top. So let's get it going and let's share it and see how to get it. Guys, let's get it and let's go. First off, we got
So, guys.
How are you, man? What's up? How can I help you out today?
Basically what's going on is I got a property under contract at the moment.
Nice,
It's all fun and games when you take the dispo courses like on your website and you like watch the videos, but when it's time to it and like a newbie like me locks something up, like you're all like, shit, dude, now I gotta find a buyer. So like that's where I feel like
your kids watching, Daniel. Watch the language.
Oh, I'm sorry. My fault. I said the S word. But yeah, that's basically what's going on at the moment. So I kind of need help in kind of like the next couple steps of this transaction, basically.
Yeah, that's easy. The reason why I say no curse words first off is you're not going to curse in front of a seller or a cash buyer. So what's the point? So number two, you need help selling a deal. Now things get a little different with the dispo, right? It's all fun and games watching the video, but exactly doing it. So is this going to be in Orlando?
The deal's in Plantation,
Florida?
Yes.
Oh, that's easy, dude.
I hope.
Dude, Plantation. Are you kidding me? That's an easy deal.
Yeah.
We're in Plantation.
I do not have a buyer's list. I just called the individual and I told him I was trying to let it go for 420. I mean 425. He's like, and then he tried like knocking me down 5K. I was like, whatever, dude, 5K. Like I'll still take 420. But like at the end of the day, like I don't think I got details. So like if you guys want to help me push it, like I don't mind.
Yeah, DM me. I get it sold pretty quick.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure you got massive network. So if you want to help me push it, that'll help.
Plantation's easy, dude. How many deals have we done in Plantation? A lot.
You want that, Addy?
I went to high school down there.
Yeah, he went to Plantation High School.
Nice.
PHS.
you want the Addy? It's under a Florida FAR bar.
Just DM me.
You got to DM him. Like honestly, Dan, if it's a good deal, we can help move it, and I'll give you our unbiased opinion about it.
But I'll tell you what we would do versus what you can do if you're doing it by yourself. If you don't do it with us, all right, we'll give you both options. All right.
Yeah.
Option one, you give it to us. I have about 4 buyers there. Sell it like that, right? Okay. Option two, this is you get from getting 100% of the assignment fee, which is something you might want to do.
Yeah.
I would probably go out here on Facebook groups, find them. I would cold call the cash sales. I would go to flippers. I might talk to realtors. I do all that. And then you just got to make a decision which one you want to do. Plantation's pretty easy, dude.
Well, like you got buyers there. So like, dude, I don't mind.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, it depends on the buy box because I can even just give it to a hedge fund and then oversell it to them. But like, it depends on the address. Plantation's weird because there's a lot of older homes there. Yeah. It's like townhouses, single family.
It's a big population.
A little bit of the hood. They're not too crazy, but there are some rough areas. So
quick, like when I got it locked up for you, just check it.
You can just DM me for it. I can look at it.
Okay. Well, DM, you sure? It's locked up in a contract, so I don't
DM me. Don't. If you say it on here, it will get stolen.
Okay. I'll DM you then, for sure. And tomorrow I'll have an appointment with the seller. So like I'm gonna go get pictures and stuff like that. Is there any key things you guys want me to look for?
Yeah. I mean, wait, are you driving all the way down there?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. All right. Take pictures, and then one big thing that we do, especially with our JVs, if you're gonna JV with us, just do a video for like a minute around the house.
Okay.
It's actually pretty cool to do, and it works really well. So I'll do that and send it over. We'll open up the JV only for you.
Okay.
It's kind of an easy market for us.
You guys, where can I find a link? I just hit you Facebook DMs or
just DM me.
All right, for sure. This is cool. I don't mind doing my first deal with one of the greats. That sounds amazing.
Sounds cool, man. We'll help you out.
Also, I got it. I think Zillow, just to let you know, like beforehand consensus, like Zillow says like 597, and it's right now it's locked up at 400.
That means nothing, especially in South Florida. It means nothing because Florida's so weird, man. Florida's such a weird market for wholesaling that the thing could be a crack house, the thing could be a beautiful mansion, right?
Yeah.
You just gotta look at the comps, all this stuff. But really, man, if you were gonna go in there cold for everybody in South Florida looking at it cold, South Florida is such a hot cash buyer market that cash sales is gonna be king. The for rents in that area. All these things are going to do really well. I remember one deal in Plantation we did where there was a house for sale, literally, I think a street down, and it sold. And we actually went there, and then boom, we went there and just talked to the buyer on that one, and
Yeah.
we're able to find a buyer like that. It works pretty well, man. So yeah, selling a deals in that area that's saturated is actually a lot easier than if you're in a regular market. So yeah, send it over, dude. We'll get the thing sold probably maybe tonight, tomorrow.
It's got a good population. So I'm familiar with it. It's a completely different world from when I grew up down that way. But these price points just like blow me away in Florida. But these used to be like little $20,000, $30,000 houses. It's like, it's unbelievable. I mean, the house my parents bought that we lived down in that area was a whopping 40 grand. I'm like, oh my God, how are we going to afford that? And now that same house is probably, probably right around this price point.
Yeah.
So that's good, man. How'd you come across the lead?
Cold calling, it was actually on my, I have I always put it on a piece of paper, basically like, out of my CRM, like all the leads I think that are like extremely hot that I need to follow up with.
Mhm.
And, oh yeah, I've been talking to this guy. I first had it locked up at 587. I tried to push it and I couldn't get it sold. And then I locked it up at 487 and, I tried to push it. I couldn't get it sold. And then I got feedback from the buyer saying that he wanted to buy it at like 400. And then finally I got another, so I knocked him down like $200,000 and I finally got him down at 400 right now. So I was going to see if I could try to dispo it for like 420. So if you guys could like maximize that, that'd be great. I don't care what happens to the property. Like if we got
you see the private chat, send it over in that email instead. And then you can send the pictures and stuff.
Okay.
And then I'll give it to somebody and we'll see what it's actually worth. And if it's locked up too high, we'll let you know.
Okay, for sure. So do you want me to send you like the address and basically
send it there and we can get it done, dude.
Okay, right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to add, I don't have any details though. That's the thing. I tomorrow Friday I get details like the condition of the home and stuff like that.
Send the address right now.
Okay.
We'll look at it.
Okay, cool.
And we'll do it. But
Yeah,
just letting you know though, with JV deals, and I let everybody know, you'd get half the deal.
Yeah.
If you do it yourself, you get 100% of it.
Yeah.
So I want you to know you will make more money doing it by yourself. So I want everybody to understand that.
We give you full. Listen, we want you guys to win. Like if you do have a couple deals with us to get you started, if it's a deal and it works out, then great. Everybody's in a different position. So we're telling you guys, it's not a requirement. I'm not making you go through a course. I don't charge you anything. Unless some people like, man, we like it because at least we get honest feedback and you guys have the ability to like get the deals done. But I will tell you, we tell you up front, we don't waste it. If it's not a deal, we're just going to tell you. I don't care how hurt you get about it.
I just emailed
tell you
right
where
now.
it needs to come in. Any pertinent information you have about it, though, like put it in the notes because a lot of you guys overlook what the rehab's going to need on the property.
Mm-hmm.
And so if a property like that needs 50 or 70 a rehab,
and
you thought you're going to hit out of the park and you got to kind of adjust the pricing on it, the sooner we know it, the sooner we can help you out. But if there's a ton of rehab and you don't tell us, we just wind up wasting everyone's time. So you got to get that from your seller and you should already have that. You should have an idea of the condition of the house by this point. You don't want to be, you can get surprised, but they'll tell you, go, listen, if you had to fix it up, what do you think you'd have to spend on a ballpark? You can just guess. And when people say zero, I'm going to hold them to zero. But when they say it's $5,000 and it's 50 grand, you actually have to reopen up the deal and renegotiate the whole thing. So just any information you have, because this is the number one problem we have is people submit deals and they have no idea what the rehab is. And the seller thinks it's a great deal because he doesn't care about the 50 grand rehab. So try to find it out sooner than later because it seriously affects your negotiations on these people.
I'm always neutral when someone sends to JV. I don't get too excited anymore just because I've done enough of them. But the truth is, most people send us JV deals, and I'm just saying this nicely. I'm not saying about you. This could be a great deal because I've done $20,000, $30,000 JV deals. Most people lock it up for too high. You might have the perfect one because you're in such a hot market. We just got to look at it and see. So
I think I locked it up like $200,000 because the prices, the homes right there are selling for 600.
Send it over. We'll look at it.
I just sent it to you via email. I told you what I locked it up for.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you got that.
We'll look it up, and I'll have me or somebody reach out to you, and we'll see how to do it, man.
Yeah, leave your contact info in there.
My contact info. You guys don't have like my email. Hold on, let me put my number.
Your phone number, dude.
Yeah, just.
I'm sorry. Yeah, let me put my number.
An email and a phone number. You can send another email. It's no big deal.
If somebody wants me to record me actually JVing this deal, I can make a little vlog on it too if you guys want.
Oh,
I think that's cool. But I might do that actually. So honestly, let's do that. That'd be cool. I'll go home, record myself, actually underwriting the deal and seeing if it's a deal or not. That'd be, and if it closes, we'll release it. That'd be kind of cool.
I thought this would be cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I could probably dispo this. Like, no doubt about it. But I wanted to do it because I'm like, yeah, my first deal, I did it with one of the greats. That is amazing.
We'll do it, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it.
That's like a trophy.
Holy mother of pearl.
But
holy moly. You see how many bedroom and baths that is?
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me see this here. Oh my gosh. All right. You know this area? I mean, it's a little close to Lauderhill, but honestly,
yeah,
that's
it's just going to come down to the condition.
Yeah. We're going to, looking at that, it looks good, dude. The one thing, it's going to come down to the condition because I see a roof. I see a tarp on the roof on the picture.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So once you go there, take pictures and stuff, you let me know. But that could be.
Yeah, just let you know that is not going to be a cheap roof.
Yeah.
You already locked up the contract, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had to guess, what do you think the cost to replace that roof is?
I feel like the full rehab's gonna be like $100,000.
Okay, well, I mean, you're in the right. The roof's going to be
ballpark.
30, 35 right off the bat. I'm just looking at the pitches and everything. I just know it. It's going to need wood. It's going to need everything. Because I've just done a bunch of roofs and I know the pricing in Florida. I'm just telling you, you're going to be every bit of 30, 35
Get
on the
the
roof
condition.
alone.
Honestly, man, is there a reason why you couldn't get the deal locked up for 350? I'm not being greedy. I'm just asking.
Yeah, dude, that's where I started off. But we worked all the way
up.
Took it
though, right? He took the first offer.
Yeah, no, I hit 350, and he kept trying to he was at 425, and I was at 350. I even texted him 350. I had worked my way up. I'm like 375, and then he dropped himself down to 415. And then I went up to freaking 380 and he dropped himself down to 410. And I'm like, come on, Gene. And he's just like, he stayed at 400 and he's like, I'm not going 10,000 lower. Like, I'm in a weak position right now. Like, I can't even afford this place and you're strong arming me. And I was like, fuck it, 400. Let's see if I could push this. And I locked it up there. Yeah.
Well, go there and get the condition of it.
Okay.
And worst case scenario, if this is a really good deal, I can be on a phone call with you. I'll record it and I can get this locked up for 375.
Okay.
Heck, I got family members down there. I go see them and then.
So if you say 100K, what's the other, 65, 70 on this thing? Because we know the roof's going to be bad.
I think the interior.
Is anybody living in there?
Supposedly one person, yeah. So maybe it's not even that bad. Hopefully the rehab's only like $80,000, you know?
This area is decent, dude. You know what? Go there, look it up. When are you going to go see the property?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'll call you tomorrow, record it, and I'll tell you what to tell the seller. We might be able to squeeze 25K extra out of that.
No.
How? Like drop? Okay. Yeah.
I'll tell you what to say. You're good.
For sure.
Let me look at the house though. All right.
Yeah, you just got to assess the numbers.
What do you guys need? Like details, nitty gritty details from me.
Pictures and video.
Pictures and
videos, and we can probably I know that area well. It's pretty much still our market.
Okay.
And I can get all the data on it. We just got to get a good deal. So just be prepared.
I like those markets though, because in a market like that, you can easily get a 50K assignment fee.
Yeah.
And so that's something with our buyers we could probably get for you. Just because we need legit buyers. Yeah. We don't even get screwed here. I'll probably double close that, and I got to help you out with that because it's Florida.
Sure.
But
okay.
Yeah, I'll help you out. So I'll call you later about it. We'll see what the title company is and see what we can do with it.
Okay, what time do you think I'll be expecting that call? Just so I know I'm in the house.
I don't know, an hour or two.
Okay. Can we make it? Let me see. It's 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Sound good to you?
I'll email you.
Okay, that sounds good to me. All right, email me.
Looks like a good deal right there.
Yeah, it always just comes down to the condition.
So this thing could be a terrible deal. This thing could be a really good deal. Here's the thing.
Know. Like, you just got to take a shot.
You got to take a shot. See,
so the thing is, he's written one contract out of the 100. He's got 99 more to go. So like, we don't always rely on one. We hope for the best, but like, deals fall apart. You can never just hold on to one deal. I'm just telling you, man, you got to spread them out. And you got to run to the ones that you can get done now, and the other ones you just work on over time.
You know what physically would make me cry though? If Daniel tries to do this himself and he fumbles a $50,000 assignment fee,
yeah,
that could be bad.
That
and
hurts.
So I think that's cool, right? He's working with us here, and if we get a JV agreement signed, we can help him out. And That'd be kind of sick, right? Help them make 50K on a deal. Could be 20, could be 30. We don't know.
Yeah.
Let's get some info on it and we can go through there. But
Bringing me
that's a
back-
market where it's like
back to my heydays, man.
yeah. So let's get another person on here.
I did my first wholesale deal in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, right there.
Little fact there.
So yeah. All right. Steve.
Afternoon, fellas. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What is up?
All right, awesome. I just had a question about a potential deal. So I contacted this woman about a month and a half ago, and I think it might be a good deal. I think it's in a pre-probate situation. Long story short, her husband died, and the house is still in her husband's name, and she's looking to sell it and get rid of it because of old memories type of thing. She just kind of wants it gone, and she was going to sell it to the current renters that are in there, but she had a deal with them that they would give, I think it was like 2 months in advance to basically pay out the house, and she can move on. But they haven't been receptive in any of her, I guess. Yeah.
So let me get this straight. They want the house, they just don't want to pay for it, right?
Yeah, they
By the
want
way,
to do it, but they haven't really gone ahead and tried
it's
to
just-
actually do it.
Yeah.
And so this woman wants to just, get rid of it and be like, if these guys don't want it, they're not really too serious about it. I just want to go ahead and sell it.
So which you can say which state you're in.
I'm in Rhode Island.
Okay.
We've had this situation so many times. Oh, the tenant's going to buy the house.
They never
The
do.
tenant ain't going to get financing. Okay.
I will tell you this
All the
though,
time.
on this. So, how obviously this is a house she rents out.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
don't think it's I think it's an under the table type of situation. Not 100% sure.
I've dealt with thousands of people like this. So this is typically someone that shouldn't be a landlord, just so you know, and they're going to fall in the tired landlord category because they're very empathetic to all their tenants' needs, and they run at a dime when they ever have to do a repair. If the tenant's late, they buy their story every time, and then at the end, the tenant's like, every tenant goes like this: "Hey, why don't I just buy it from you?" And usually they give them a smoking deal, and they never take any action. They don't go try to figure out if they can get qualified for financing or anything like that. So I will tell you, you've reached the perfect point, because she's probably at her tipping point. She's like, I just don't know what to do. They won't buy it. I'm stuck there. They're inconsistent renters. I'm not really making any money on this deal. I just want to move on with my life. And this is where you come in. So when you said it's a pre-probate, explain that to me.
The reason why I said that is because it's not, the house is not in her name at all. So she needs to find the will, which she was looking for, but she recently got injured and her husband was in the military. So they had people like from the VA come and help out.
Yeah.
And they moved all her stuff, and now she can't find it.
So
and
who passed away? Was it her husband?
right. Yeah, that was her husband. So I
How
don't
long
know.
ago
if
was it?
That was last year.
It should, so with her being the spouse, this should be pretty clear cut, even without a will. It's unless kids come out of the family woodwork. So where are you at with her right now?
I was actually going to call her back tomorrow to see where she's at on finding the will, because I wasn't 100% sure if she needs to go through the process or the probate process in order for me to help her sell the house.
So the easiest way to get the correct information is reach out to a title company, either you do business with or have some sort of history with, that you're comfortable working with, because they'll tell you, okay, here's what she needs to do. I'm not a lawyer. I don't even pretend to be. I usually give these problems for somebody else to solve. So is her name on the deed?
I don't think so. I think it's just her husband's.
So you're going to need advice from a title company and have them look at the title, at the deed, and just, all spouses have some sort of rights. They just don't get kicked to the curb.
Mm.
The fact she loses a will is a little concerning, because it's a very sensitive legal document. But Because then the question is, does she really have the legal authority to enter into an agreement with you? And based on what you told me, she kind of doesn't from everything you're telling me. Has she discussed any numbers with you?
No, but we've discussed the condition of the house. Haven't really seen any numbers, but from what I was looking at for like an approximate ARV for that house was about 370,000.
Okay.
And I think it needs maybe about $35,000 from what she was saying. Mostly cosmetic and, typical making everything nice after renters.
Yeah.
She also said it needs a new septic too.
Do you think she's going to be motivated enough to give you a good deal on it? It sounds like it. If you took care of the tenants and did everything and just took it over in its current condition, or is she going to go for full retail? She wants it on MLS.
I feel like it could kind of go either way. It still sounds like she's kind of a bit savvy in real estate. She used to do something similar to this when she was younger. So I could kind of go either way depending on how much.
Here's what I would do. I would figure out an offer that makes sense for the property in its current condition and test her motivation out. Because in my opinion, if she's not motivated, you have to jump through a lot of hurdles to get this deal to the finish line. You're going to have a good probate attorney. You're going to have a great title company. You're going to have a lot of help. And you can't give this information if she doesn't want to do a deal with you. Like I'm just trying to protect your time, because if you give her all these ideas, she's going to just cut you out and figure it out on her own. So find out if you can get the right offer. Her tenants couldn't buy it. Find out what offer, she gave them and say, listen, here's the offer I can make. And then what I'll do is I'll buy it with the tenants. I'll give them time to move out. I will seek out the probate attorney and we'll find the correct way to do this. The reality is she can't sell that property to anybody. There's no clear title path. So she's going to have to jump through these hoops. Does she want to do it herself, or does she want someone like you or me to help her out? That's the question. Because if you give her the blueprint how to do everything and she's not motivated, she's going to take your information and either bring in a real estate agent or somebody else. And they're all going to struggle with it, because now you're missing a will. It's even more complicated. So it's going to cost money and time to get it. So you have to have a really good deal. If she's not interested in doing a really good deal, she can't sell the property until she goes through the full probate and the whole 9 yards. And it's going to take a lot of time and energy. So I would gauge her motivation and just make her an offer on it. If she signs it, if she's legally obligated or not, at least show you her intentions. I would test that out before I do anything out, because the reality, this one will probably take $3,000 to $5,000 to get clear title and get it to the finish line.
I agree.
So test her out. If she wants retail, don't waste your time with it, and tell her when you get, if something changes, give me a call. I can probably offer you the services to get this thing done, but don't give her the information until she wants to do a deal with you, because you can't give it away. This is the point where you actually have to make money in wholesaling. And you have to have a lawyer, a title company, and very, very good people along the way. But if there's no profit in there, where are you going to take it to pay for all this stuff? So I do pre-probate deals like this all the time, only on highly motivated sellers, because I don't want to risk all this time and money if it's not going to work out.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
So find a price that makes sense, that you could absorb $5,000 in junk, because that's what it's going to take to get it to the finish line.
Yeah.
And I'll show you, if you want to go further, if she decides to do it, reach out to us. I'll show you how to write the contract. I'll even do a little recording for you. People that need pre-probate up help, you have to get the deepest discounts, because you're taking risk and you're doing a lot of work from. You're doing the services of 3 or 5 other people she'd have to go out and hire and do. So there's a service you can win-win, but if she's not going to give you a good deal, you can't reach that far. So test her motivation, give her an offer, and see if you can get a number that works. And then if she has a high number, then she can take it to market. She can't sell it. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
And leave the door open, because she's never going to be able to sell that property.
I agree.
All right. I'll probably call back in sometime.
Yeah. Go with a low number, because it's a lot of time and risk. So you're probably looking at 6 months of legwork and attorney's fees. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like $5,000. I've done these things, but I'm willing to put up $5,000 if I can make $30,000 to $50,000. I'll do it all day long. But I can't do both. I can't give you a high price and do all this stuff. You've got to take like the negotiated price. So if she wants to get rid of it and she's sick of it, focus on what she wants to accomplish is selling the property and see if you can achieve it. But don't try to go 10, 15 grand under the retail number. It's not going to work.
Yeah. And if there's title problems already, lock it up for the lowest you can. And I hate to say this, but have title work, do the hard work. You're not the one doing the hard work on it.
Yeah.
And then if you get clear title, boom, you can wholesale it. But you remember, you get paid in proportions to the problem you solve. This is a huge problem. No other person's going to help except for a wholesaler like this. So
no realtor can help this person out.
Go help the seller out, man.
Front. See if you can help them out, and understanding this might take more than one meeting to take down.
Yeah.
So make sure you build that rapport and get that connection with them, and just understand, like, what are her options? Either she can keep renting it out and letting the property go in the worst disrepair and use leverage in the current market condition. Prices are going down, interest rates are going up, and the deferred maintenance is getting worse and worse every month on that property.
Exactly.
So use that incentive to try to get her to initiate some sort of motion on it. But doing it on her own, she'll never do it.
Okay. I'll let you guys know how that goes at some point, and I'll definitely contact her tomorrow like I planned.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I had one more question about a different scenario. It was basically a creative financing case, potentially. I contacted this gentleman, and he wanted like $450,000 for his house. And looking around the area, they sell for around $300,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that he owes the banks about $320,000 because he has 2 mortgages out on this house. So I was wondering, should I go ahead with doing subject twos since I haven't really done my first deal yet, or should I kind of steer away?
How much does he want to sell it for?
He wanted 460, but the second time I talked to him, I told him the prices around the neighborhood, just to kind of give him a reality check. And I told him if he really wants to squeeze as much out of the house as he can, then probably put it on the MLS. But
Steve,
yeah, he wanted 460.
What price were you guys at?
I didn't give him a price right away, but he gave me 460, and I told him around 300 for the prices in the area. So I'd imagine he thinks somewhere around there.
Here's the thing, Steve. Let's say creative financing, you always have to give what the seller wants, right?
Yeah, that's
so
the whole
if
idea.
he owes 320, what wholesaler or creative finance wizard will give $140,000 of a down payment to take over the mortgage? That is ridiculous. That's over half.
Yeah, you can't.
That doesn't work. Subject twos, 5, 10, 15, 20. I've seen 40 at most, but that's a pretty big deals.
For more advanced people.
At 140, dude, that ain't gonna work, dude.
It's just too much. Giving that much money, you have to take complete control of the deal and cash it out. It's just too much.
Now,
unless it's a commercial property.
Some subject two people are going to fight me on this, but that is way too much to give up. And then you think of rental arbitrage with that. The ROI is not there. The ROI on subject two deals is when there's no equity. This guy's got a lot of equity, dude.
Well, he has negative equity. He owes
negative.
Yeah. He
how much does he owe?
He has one mortgage out for $90K and another one for like I think 230 or so, 230K.
So he has 320,000. So it's worth less than 320,000.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
How the houses are selling around that area. Yeah.
So you think his house? So you think his house is worth how much?
I think maybe 300.
Okay.
If we squeeze it.
So here's the thing. Unfortunately, if he's at 460, it's going to be very hard for him to even do a subject two deals. Only work when the seller is happy about the price. Anything below 450, my guess, he's not going to be happy with. Because if he's ever upset during the subject two, you're going to get in trouble. Am I wrong? I just
you have such a disparity.
Yeah.
Like it's if he's not willing to even approach like the market price, I just don't know where you go with it. Like you can't. A lot of people like creative finance, you can pay whatever you want. No, so would you be willing to pay him 460? And say even if you put down 10 or 20 grand, it's a terrible deal. You got to check on the creative financing, but when you have to sell it in 2 to 5 years, what are you going to do?
So the best case scenario, and this is unfortunately it's not going to happen, but you decide to buy at 340, you give him 20K and you take over the mortgage. That's honestly the thing. Or you do it for 330.
Yeah,
But
is the house in good shape?
It's in decent shape. Mostly everything has been renovated within the past 4 or 5 years, except for an unfurnished or
If he won't
unfinished
take
laundry room.
Yeah, Steve, if he won't take 330 cash, he's not going to take 330 subject to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't like, so the
don't squeeze the deal, man.
you can't make someone do a wholesale deal. You definitely can't make them do a creative financing deal. It's got to be like, they got to kind of, in a creative financing, it should be the final solution. Like, hey, if you don't take this, you could just wait for the bank to foreclose on it. And that's why creative financing can be so attractive, especially in today's market. But remember, you can't make them take it. So if you're not
Yeah.
close there, you go back and revisit them in a few months and see what it is, because the market will be brutal then.
Yep.
Mm.
Just do that. Wait him out,
Okay.
follow up.
Yeah, because I got him from a foreclosure list. So
He's
I
in
kind
La
of,
La Land right
He's
now.
delusional.
So
like, we're still not there.
Let reality hit him.
Okay.
He'll contact you like 4 days before the auction.
And there's
begging
nothing
you.
you're going to be able. There's not
So,
much you're going to be able to do.
I hate to say it, man, but
Yeah.
just follow up, man. That's all you can do. I want it to be a deal, but he's too delusional right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you both for helping me out today.
All right.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Good luck, man.
Boom. Awesome. Thanks, Steve. So, guys, that is the 100 offers challenge. Don't force a deal. Make offers and get some money, guys. I'm excited. And I get a lot of questions about sending us JV deals. We let Daniel on here because we have a bunch of buyers there, and it's basically our local market. JV deals will open next Monday, so that's going to be exciting. So hold on to there. So, guys, see you tomorrow. This is Zach Ginn signing out.
Rick Ginn signing out.
You'll be on tomorrow
I'll be on tomorrow.
at 1 o'clock. So see you.